already lined up?
Yes, we have the honor, of course. Go ahead, my friend.
Now, giving it to you, Sean.
We have the Executive Governor of Adamawa State, His Excellency Governor Fintiri. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're not a stranger to us coming to a space like this, but generally, why haven't we started? Why has this exercise not gotten started yet? Why has this exercise not started yet?
I think because we needed to do the right thing. The Vice Chairman Accreditation Committee assisting His Excellency Governor Okowa. For the first time, we have to go through a very rigorous and transparent accreditation, starting through verification, accreditation, and then we'll do the head count later. We have just finished, and very soon the election will commence.
So the accreditation is over now?
Yeah, the accreditation is over.
All right. So who are we waiting for?
Virtually nobody. As soon as the aspirants are here, the convention committee will commence the convention, and thereafter I think the election will commence, which is the item for today.
Does it create a problem for you? Because, you know, my colleague just asked, who are you waiting for? Because normally we know that if you were the party that had the president, oftentimes we immediately know who is being awaited to start the event.
No, not really. I think what has happened is that we had to introduce technology this time around into the accreditation process so that it will be credible and acceptable to all and acceptable to Nigerians, for whom we are doing these primaries for. Because at the end of the day, we are producing a leader that will lead this country in 2023. And so we are not waiting for anybody per se, but the process had to go through a credible means so that
You have been a part of the organizing committee. How suitable would you say the choice of the velodrome has been for you? Would you say it had aided your organizing, or would you have still...
Really, initially we had our fear when we had to bring in 3,700 delegates. But because of the Electoral Act provision that had to reduce our delegates to only 774, it has turned out the velodrome to be a blessing for us, easy to manage, well organized, and we are fitting the proper things that will make the election very transparent and credible. So I won't say that the venue is a challenge anymore. We have overcome that, and you can see our delegates are comfortably seated, and very soon the electoral committee, the convention committee, who are as well doubling as the electoral committee, will commence, and we will also be assisting them by giving them the proper delegates that were accredited per states, so that those are the only people that will vote.
All right, the psychology of any environment also dictates the mood of such an event being held in such an environment. The Eagle Square is often used as for state events, and as such you have that feeling when you are in the city center. But you know, you are in a velodrome here that was erected for competitions, and you are here for a competition. How intense do you think that this race will be?
It doesn't matter. I think so long as our delegates are properly accommodated and they are seated properly and in order, it doesn't throw any challenge to us. So that whether it is Eagle Square, whether it is Velodrome, at one point in your life you must try something. And I think going forward, probably there are some events that will be of this magnitude that will now be attracted to come to be hosted in this velodrome. So we've been doing it in Eagle Square, but because of the circumstances that also APC will have been doing their own tomorrow, and the president will be attending, so we accepted that the president take precedence above every other citizens in the country. So we are here and we're okay. You can see all the arrangements have been put in place, which is not different if it were to be in the Eagle Square.
How long are you hoping?
What matters is that we are going to produce one of our best, among the best that will...
And who would that be?
I wouldn't want to be a soothsayer. I think God will take care of that.
I know you have your candidate.
I
you
don't.
Have your aspirant.
Yes, I have an aspirant.
You have a constituency.
I have a constituency. I have an aspirant, Atiku Abubakar, no doubt. He is my candidate. I wish you win. We are praying, but they are all, very strong men.
And interestingly, you are also torn not only between your political leader in Adamawa State, who is the Turaki Adamawa, you're also torn in between your friends who are running.
Yes, but I have chosen. I've made my choice.
Now,
I am a political leader,
yeah,
and I've made my choice. And this is a competition within our party, is an intra-matter issue. So I think
that's clear.
Yeah.
You don't find it difficult.
No, not at all.
Between
and all of them understand. No.
No,
Not at all. Not at all.
You're very good friend.
I have told you that I'm a political leader in my own right, and I've made my choice.
And that's Atiku Abubakar.
Yes.
What are his chances?
Very, 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 very wide. We are very hopeful.
How long do you think this process is going to take? For how long do you think that...
I don't think once we commence that it's going to take too long because of the size of the delegates. We hope that once it commences, probably in less than 2 hours we will finish voting, and sorting and counting will commence, and thereafter God will declare her winner for us among the strong aspirants.
I was going to tell you and also congratulate you. You know, he won his primary and is emerged for re-election in Adamawa. I said, I wish you the very best. You've crossed a hurdle.
Thank you, Sean.
And I know you've been stressed going through that phase of the process, but yet another hurdle is coming next year when you'll be going into the election. But give us a sense of what this means for your party. Your party has lost election consecutively twice in the last elections, 2015, 2019. How crucial is this primary, this choice, this decision you have to make?
If you see the character of our candidates, it will attest to you that this presidency for 2023 is for tech, for this great party. The APC have made mistake. They are still making mistake. You can see they are disorganized. Their primaries were supposed to be for tomorrow. There was no preparation on ground. INEC had to tune to their side to extend the convention by 6 days so that it can accommodate their ill preparation. And whatever that will come out of it, I don't think it will be able to challenge us. Nigerians have learned their lesson, and they are for PDP this time around.
Because I remember at some point the PDP was begging Nigerians for forgiveness. Do you think Nigerians have forgiven your party?
They have. I think ours is better. We had a God-fearing. We are more God-fearing than the APC. We made a mistake and we apologize, which is human.
How do you measure God?
And the APC are making mistake and they are still claiming they are going the right direction. And the Nigerians are suffering.
How certain are you?
We have been licking our wounds in this country.
All that you are saying is heavily dependent on what happens after these primaries have been held. Whether the aspirants will be able to pull together as one under one umbrella, which is a symbol of your party, to be able to put forward a brave face for the elections come 2023. How optimistic are you that after the primaries which happen here today, that the candidates will be able to be sportsmanly about it?
I think I'm very optimistic because for the first time, all the candidates are made up of party men and women, and they understand the importance of winning election. And they've been working together, they've been meeting together, and there've been a lot of internal arrangement and mechanism to accommodate each other. So there will be no any issue arising from the primaries. And I assure you from tomorrow we'll commence campaign for 2023 because the candidates are together. And they are party men, and we have not had any one of them that have just crossed into this party to contest. Unlike APC, that some of their candidates have just been cleared by courts yesterday to contest in their primaries, which is very strange and unaccommodated.
All right. So, I mean, let's look at the delegates' process of the God and the Beautiful Bride. And some of us at Channels Television, we've emphasized over the past days about how these delegates need to make Nigerians proud. They need to make choices that are going to be tough and hard. And need to also speak to their conscience and also act in the way Nigerians will be proud. How many of them do you think are on the grounds, and what do you think about the delegate system?
I think less than 40 are not on ground, if you look at their caliber, they are all party men that understands the pains of this country. So we expect that they are going to speak to their conscience to give us the best candidate among all the 15 credible, strong men and women that have put forward themselves through these party primaries. I have no doubt in my mind that this caliber of delegates will not be able to speak the minds of Nigerians, particularly the youths.
You heard about the manner in which they've been spoken to, and somehow maybe offerings of some inducements. Have you heard of anything about that? Because as soon as we got onto this ground, these are some of the stories that we're hearing. But these guys,
Sure, let's say it as it is. I mean, one of the aspirants just dropped out of the race today. Mohammed Hayatu-Deen just dropped out today, and he spoke about obscene monetization of the process. I'm sure that you've heard that. How is your party reacting to that?
I think it is, I'm not in the capacity to speak because I've not seen any money inducement in this process. The candidates are happy, they are sharing their support across all the 15 candidates. And if there is any, we have an institution that is saddled with that responsibility, and they haven't come forward to say we have seen candidate A or B sharing money, which is EFCC or ICPC. So I don't think that has taken place, and I wouldn't want to also align myself to rumors.
It's not only Dr. Hayatu-Deen that has pulled out of this race. Also, the likes of Peter Obi has pulled out of the race. They are not satisfied about the ongoings in the manner in which some aspirants are reaching out to the delegates, which I think it's rather unfair and is obscene and is not really the best for a democracy.
I think he has resigned and from the race, and also pulled out of the party, and rumors had it that he is contesting on Labour Party. That is for the man to speak for himself. He wanted to pursue his own ambition. He is free to do that, but I don't think it was necessitated because of any scheming within the party. He is a leader and an elder from his state and from the party. So if he had wanted to contest, all of them cannot emerge. There are 15 of them, and we know that all of them cannot contest here and emerge winner. He's going to be a one winner.
All right, let me take Your Excellency through some political analysis. I know, being a former speaker, you being a delegate at the presidential primary before. I've seen you on the ground, as a delegate also. Give me an understanding. You said you have a candidate right here. What are the states for taking for him, for example? What are these strongholds? Can you tell us? Can you do the permutation?
I have only said we are very optimistic. We have done our homework. We have done our delegates head count, and we are very hopeful that we will emerge.
Which states are you hopeful that
very strong in my state? Very strong in my state.
That's one out of the 36.
And I wouldn't want to speak for any other state.
Which other state do you think he can get?
We are very strong in Adamawa State, and we are very optimistic that he's going to be 100%.
He can't get a ticket with Adamawa delegate alone.
Of course, I know that, and we are very strong in so many states, and I think he's one of the candidates that have gotten inroads into almost all the 36 states. So we are very strong, widely accepted, and very credible on ground.
The talks that a few of his colleagues have been spoken to step down for him, how far is that talk? Are they willing to step down for him?
Hayatu-Deen have stepped down for him.
No, Hayatu-Deen didn't state that he was stepping down for him. He just stepped out of the race. Not for Atiku.
I think he has stepped down for him. I had instructed his delegates to vote for Atiku. So probably you were not there when he was making his press.
I have the statement here.
So, but I am sure that I have read also some of his texts in the press release that he had directed his delegates to vote for Atiku. So
who else has stepped down for him? Is anybody? I know you are involved in those discussions.
The election is yet to comment. There's a lot of discussions ongoing, and probably we'll see.
Are we likely to see people step down?
I'm not too sure, but
because
if
you
it
are involved in the
happens also,
conversation from what I hear. From the grapevine.
It's not new. We are not also new to seeing people stepping down when they are making their convention speeches. So we will see it as soon as the convention commences.
We're certainly onto something, because right now he just talked about consultations that are still going on. You had asked earlier what we're waiting for this program to start.
No, not serious consultations.
Not serious consultation.
Yes,
are you taking that back?
That can stop the convention from commencing. It's just side discussion.
I saw this Rocky Adamawa earlier, who came, he walked in, but he's gone out again. Is there
I think he had some matters to go and attend to, and he will soon be here, because all of them are not also here. So
there's still some political horse trading.
That is not anything to worry about.
There's still some political horse trading going on behind the scenes. Is that the reason we haven't started?
Okay, I think this is not new to party democracy. It's expected, and if it happens, it shouldn't be a surprise to all of us.
So let me take you back to Port Harcourt 4 years ago. Not exactly 4 years ago, just about 4 years ago. Tambuwal was ahead from the talks on the ground, but something happened, and Atiku just moved ahead and he took the lead. Are we likely to see that kind of situation where some George Machina can also play out again today?
I think even in Port Harcourt, I was a delegate then and also a gubernatorial candidate then. I think both outside the convention and inside the convention ground, from all minds of delegates, Atiku was leading even at that time. So what came out of the convention wasn't a surprise to most of us that understood the minds of the delegates. So I think it's going to be a repeat again in Abuja, and that is why I said whatever that comes out here is not going to be a surprise.
We need to let you go. I know you have other business to attend to. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.